What should you be considering for 2011 planning, especially for your marketing? One of the first things that we have found, because the news isn't so great about a rebound in 2011, but there will still be opportunities to be found. You may have to work a little harder, but you can still find good opportunities with members to build business. One of the first things that you have to make sure of is that you do have a multi-layered marketing strategy, that it is something that layers on not only the aspects of having the right product at the right place at the right price, but we also have to make sure that the promotion continues so that as members see and hear your messages on a regular basis, they will turn to you when they're ready to make a move, to get that next loan, to refinance a loan, to refinance a mortgage, to bring their deposits to you. Now, with that in mind, that's a first step, but the next step really is to make sure that everything that you do takes into account the lifetime value of a member. Meaning that if we start with a little kid's account under the age of 10, and as they grow and we keep with them and start building the relationship with their first checking account and onward into their first car loan and all of their other firsts, those members become the solid group of middle-aged people that are continuing to do loans and utilize you for everything for their family needs. And we still need the older generations. We need to make sure we're in touch with them. So if we are making sure that we're in touch with the older generations to keep their money and their resources at the credit union, and we're also looking to attract that younger group, that even not just Gen Y, but all the way down to the little kids, which means parents bringing their kids in and getting an account with the credit union. All of those ages, all that lifetime value of a member can add up to millions of dollars for every single person that you bring into your credit union. Keeping that in mind keeps you aware of the segments that you need to approach with your marketing and making sure that you are touching them at all of those ages. Third, we have to create a marketing flywheel and continue it, because if you are out of sight, then you're out of mind. And we have to maintain that position in the mind of the member, utilizing things such as direct mail for those people particularly that you want to touch with a visual, but also that don't have an email address with you. But I also want to be in their inbox. So if I have an email address, I want to be marketing to that group as well. I also want to make sure that the lobbies are retailed properly, because there are people still coming into your branches, as well as even the drive-thrus, anywhere where I can touch them, especially even on the website. All of those areas have to be utilized to make sure that we're getting the message across of why they should do business with your credit union. So when they're ready, as I said before, that marketing flywheel continues to generate leads for you, uncovering opportunities for you. And I do believe that we need advertising as well to keep you in the mind of members. So all of these pieces have to be layered in to make sure that your marketing dollar is working as hard as it possibly can. Now, we also need, fourth, tracking. You have to make sure that you are tracking results on a regular basis to see what is working, what's changing, what's shifting, what else are you getting. MCIF is a perfect example of how you can utilize your database of your member data to really understand who's the most profitable, what's happening, who's paying off, who's leaving, who's building business with you, what are you getting from all of these marketing efforts. The beauty of having that tracking helps you to make better business decisions, better marketing decisions. And the final piece of it is making sure that the budget that you're setting at least covers the majority of those layers I talked about, making sure that you do have money for those layers of touches for those members to keep them aware of your value as your brand is out there in the community, as you are touching them with the direct mail and the e-marketing and on the website and any places where they do business with you. Because if we're not funding those opportunities and keeping to the plan, what happens is a lot of knee-jerk can happen, and all of a sudden you either run out of money or you feel you need to cut it back and do less costly things. That's fine, but if you're not managing that budget to make sure that the really key things are being focused on in your marketing strategy towards those corporate goals, even if your corporate goal is just to survive with the same retain members and stay with that same level of activity you had in 2010, The idea is if we're not tracking towards it with the budget, with the multi-layered marketing strategy of touches to members, if we're not making sure to track and profile and understand what is going on with our members, then all of a sudden, out of sight, out of mind, as I said before, means that you may not survive and thrive like you want. So for survival and thriving, make sure you just take care of those 5 things that I've mentioned today for your 2011 planning.